Hey, what's up guys? It's TrapGoku coming at you with another movie review. Today we're going to be looking at the newest addition to the DC animated universe, Batman Hush. Now guys, if you haven't seen Batman Hush, I suggest you guys go see the movie because I'm going to be going over strong and very specific plot moments throughout the movie, and I will be spoiling it. So this is your spoiler warning. I will be getting into this review. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. It really helps my channel grow. And be sure to click the link to my Patreon if you want to help me keep the lights on so I can keep making videos. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. So Batman Hush, I really want to say that this is a very standout film in the DC animated universe. I feel like it is a really good and a really well written and really well balanced film. I didn't feel like there was too much of any one aspect and the movie didn't drag on at all. And I feel like this goes down into the three core components of what makes this movie superb. But the first part is the writing. It starts with the story with me for this movie. It's a very intriguing story. So the movie opens up with Batman kind of reconnecting with some old friend, Thomas Elliot, Catwoman, and he's at a point in his life where his crime fighting life as Batman has kind of balanced out with the help of Robin as not Robin, as Damian Wayne, Batgirl, Nightwing. All of them are kind of helping them, and they have a team along with Alfred and Commissioner Gordon. Like, everything's kind of balancing out in Bruce's life to the point where it's possible that he can actually have a romantic life with Catwoman, and it's actually explored. However, a new villain comes to town named Hush, who's secretly manipulating other villains and heroes alike to go against Batman and kind of like try to kill him at every turn. And it's kind of interesting to see how the movie's really about how Batman tries to maintain his relationships as well as stop Hush, who seemingly knows who Batman is because he's attacking people who are very close to him. One of the things the movie gets right with its writing is how well it's able to display Batman's relationships with other characters, such as Dick Grayson, Selina, Alfred, and Commissioner Gordon primarily. With Selina, you get to see the more romantic and the more vulnerable side of Batman, and this is displayed in how much he cares about her, because if something were to happen to her, I don't feel like Batman would have made it throughout this movie as well as he did. That's so with Dick and Alfred. I feel like if anything happened to them or their lives were compromised in any way, Batman would literally have flipped the script, and we know that's true. And Commissioner Gordon, all of them also show how much they care for Batman. Even Commissioner Gordon, when there was a scene in the movie where Batman was literally about to kill the Joker, literally, he was giving it to him, about to choke him out, and Gordon's just like, look, you can't just throw your life away, I won't let you, we need you, the city needs you, and he kind of talks Batman out of it, showing how much he's willing to go for his friend. A part of the writing, as long as those showing the relationships of Batman and how they affect him, it had expert pacing. Finding out the slow grinding mystery of Hush didn't really feel like a slow grind. It felt like every piece was slowly being given to us. We just had to look forward to it. And especially those big on the DC comic book fans, you will enjoy kind of the little tidbits and the throwbacks that they do in this movie. The pacing, once again, is excellent. Found myself very intrigued, very interested with the movie throughout, unraveling the mystery that is both Hush, but understanding Batman on a more primordial level, seeing what is his true priorities in his life. And it's very interesting to see that conveyed. Another part of the writing that's really good is an expert understanding of these characters. I feel like another integral part that made Batman Hush, the animated film, work so well is because there was a great understanding of these characters. Whoever made this movie really studied the Batman Hush comic book and the DC universe as a whole to understand how each one of these characters that they displayed, from Batman to Nightwing and the rest of the Bat family to even Superman, Lois, to even the crime Batman's Rose Gallery throughout Gotham. I feel like they were very well represented in this movie, and they had a very good understanding of these characters and how they would interact with each other. So that was very good, and as a comic book fan, I like to see that in not only animated movies but in live action as well. That's really good on them. And piggybacking off of that last point, there was just a great use of the DC universe overall in the writing and how it was structured and everything like that. Like I said, going from, it wouldn't be too believable to hear Batman or maybe the Flash or somebody go to Metropolis, because like I said, they have the means to do that whenever they want. And showing that there is a bigger world outside of Gotham, and that there's a bigger world in general outside of where these stories take place, it's really great to see that, you know what I'm saying, DC and Warner Brothers are trying to realize that, hey, we have a lot of material that the fans want us to use and that we need to use, and these like kind of like cameo crossover appearances need to happen more often, because this once again is a shared universe in the New 52, or I guess, yeah, in the New 52 animated remaking of those stories. The next part that I really think held the movie down and really carried the movie was the animation. The animation in this movie was superb. It was fluid. Every fight in this movie felt really good. The punches, the kicks really felt like they had a weight on them. You know, when a character got hurt, you kind of like, oh man, that looked like it really felt bad from how they carried themselves and how their bodies would slug, and you know what I'm saying? It just felt really realistic. Not even really realistic. It felt like, you know what I'm saying, everything had weight to it. Everything had value. Every strike felt real. The animation wasn't overly like ridiculous, but it was just enough to make you feel like, whoa, this is getting good. This is crazy. I want more. Just from the fight scenes with Batman alone and the choreography with his movements, it really just felt like Batman was literally on that strategic take you down. I know just about every style of martial arts there is. And it was conveyed very well. And there were some fights that really had me like, whoa, whoa. Really good stuff. Also, there were moments where the facial structures and the animations, they were so good. There was one scene where Batman just literally just gives a stare down at somebody, and I just felt all the, and like, yes, it was after Batman had ran out into the alleyway chasing, I believe, Harley Quinn. And he comes across his best friend, Thomas Elliot. Spoilers, guys, here it comes. Thomas Elliot dies. And how the scene is set up, it looks like Joker has killed him, but in actuality, he didn't. But to Batman didn't know, and Batman literally just gets, his anger is conveyed so well through the animation, how his face just, oh my gosh. It's one of those moments you have to see it. All in all, like I said, the animation was another part that really made this movie really work. Fluid animation, great scenes, great use of details, great conveyance of what the character was feeling in those moments. And lastly, the one last thing that really carried this movie for me was the voice acting. Everything felt real. Everything felt like, you know what I'm saying, really well directed. Every character's acting, every character's portrayal of those characters was really spot on, especially to the two leads, Jason O'Mara and Jennifer Morrison. I feel like they really did a good job as Batman and Catwoman respectively, and they really were able to capture that emotion that each character had for each other, and you know, displayed for one another, and not only for themselves but for the other characters that they interacted with throughout the movie. And I feel like that was a really, like, you know, Batman and Catwoman were a really big part of the Hush story in the original comic books, so it's like those, they had to get that right for this movie to work, and I feel like those two, plus with the help of the directing, really was able to capture that very well. And once again, great job overall. Now, there was a little bit of things I didn't like in Hush, and they're just minor gripes. I didn't like how, like, in the DC animated universe, kind of like Batgirl's kind of teased, but they didn't really do much with her or Nightwing. Now, Nightwing has other movies where he does a lot in, like the Teen Titans movies, which, so I'm so fine with that. But like I said, I would like to get a little bit more of those Batgirl appearances, because she is an integral part to the Bat family. Also, where is Red Robin? It's interesting to see where Red Robin was being, Tim Drake being in all this madness. So, you know what I'm saying? Give us some more of the extended Bat family, homie. Also, wouldn't Jason Todd be alive during this time period, or shouldn't he be alive? It would kind of make a lot of sense. But like I said, those are just minor nitpicks. I feel like everyone they chose to have in this movie was very great and expertly chosen. Even basically they stuck to the comic book for more or less, and that's something I'm very happy for, and I can enjoy as a comic book reader. This is very faithful, very good adaptation, and I hope that kind of DC kind of just starts sticking a little bit closer in a lot of the comic movies and live action and animated start sticking a little bit closer and putting those extra attention of details into conveying those stories. Because like I said, the writing, animation, and the acting carried this whole movie. Like, the writing was so good, the animation was executed so well, every part of the acting was in the writing was executed so well, even down to the reveal of what was really going on with Hush as him being the Riddler, just expertly done. And yeah, like I said, Batman Hush is definitely a movie you guys should go check out. Seriously. If you're a DC fan, if you're not, it's still a good movie to watch. Like I said, has greatness to offer to the DC animated universe. But anyway, guys, that's about to wrap things up. Like I said, thank you guys so much for supporting me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And if you want to help me keep the lights on with Patreon, link to that will be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one, guys.